Hello YouTube, welcome again to my domain. This is Everything Animated, and today I'm going to tell you what my top 10 animes are that deserve a second season. These are just strictly my opinions, and if there's any animes that you think also deserve a second season, leave a comment in the section below. Number 10, Dead Man Wonderland. I knew absolutely nothing about this show until I saw it on the Toonami block years ago, and it's a very interesting concept. People are in jail and they're fighting to stay alive through these weird games, and the jail itself is called Dead Man Wonderland. And right when it seemed like it was getting interesting, it just ended. I hate that. I really hate that because it really did look like it was cool. They manipulated their blood as weapons. Some people were really strong. Heck, the dub wasn't too bad. I didn't even mind, what's his face being the main character. He has the most annoying voice when it comes to dubbing, but I didn't mind him. And then just it ended, and I don't I don't know if they're ever gonna make a second season because I think it did really bad in Japan. But if they ever do one, please, for love of God, make a second season one of this. I would totally love it. Just please, 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 please. No game, no life. This was, and probably still is, the surprise of 2014. I went into it not knowing what this show was going to be about, and it turned out to be a heck of a lot better than what I expected. And it had a really shitty ending. And if this show ends the way that it did, then it's going to be a huge missed opportunity. I hope that it becomes so popular that they make a second season because it's really interesting, really good, just so enjoyable in every way, and it would really suck if they didn't make a second season of this, and I hope they pick it up. So here's to hoping. Number 8, My Little Monster. This is one where it's a slice of life with comedy genre. It's really good characters and very interesting plot, that's for sure. But it ended with a lot of unanswered questions and just made you want more. It was only like, I think, 12, 13 episodes long, and I really just wanted more. They haven't made anything since 2012, and they haven't even announced. They haven't even announced if they were going to make a second season, which is disappointing because I thoroughly enjoyed it very much, and I guess it just wasn't that popular in Japan. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I really loved it, but what can you do? Number 7, The Flowers of Evil. This is instantly one of the most unique animes I've ever seen. It's it's different because it's not really an anime. It's a live action show, but then it gets painted on with the anime look, with unique, stylings and everything. But it was really interesting. It was very nice change of pace from the usual everyday anime that we all see, even though critics, well, not critics, but more fans hated it because it didn't look like the manga. And it's like, give me a fucking break. You think anything's gonna look like anything? Do people complain when comic books don't look exactly like it and do exactly what they do? No. But the Avengers was great, and everything else that Marvel and DC had, well, mostly Marvel recently, and Batman movies here and there, they're not exactly like the comics. Just like everything's not going to be exactly like the manga, but people just panned it for that, and it's like, just enjoy it for what it is. And I liked it, and I really hope it gets a second season because it was starting to get really good, and then it just ended. Number 6, Hyoka. This is one of the most, like, I don't know what to make of animes I've ever seen. Because on one hand, it's made by Kyoto Animation. It looks beautiful. It's really great as far as visuals. One of the characters, I think her name is Chitanda. She's one of the most interesting females in anime that I've ever seen. Definitely a top 5 in my category. But then on the other hand, you have the male protagonist who's very boring, and then the story itself is almost like Lucky Star. There's really nothing going on. They're in high school and they're doing things. That's all that it is. But if they ever made a second season of it, I'd watch it in a heartbeat. Number 5, Batum. This one reminded me of Battle Royale, and except it was with grenades and blowing people up and all that shit. And I liked it. I thought it was very entertaining. But then, once again, we have a series that just totally, bomb. Well, no pun intended with bomb, but it just totally didn't work out for itself. Because they haven't even said that they were going to release anything, or if they were going to come out with anything. But I loved it. I thought it was very entertaining and very neat. I don't understand what else people were expecting of it, but I mean, it was a great show, and it definitely deserved a lot more than what it got. So on that note, move on to the next one. Number 4, Black Lagoon. I mean, just easily one of my favorite action animes of all time. They had 2 seasons, and they had a 5-episode OVA called Blood Trails, and all of those were really good, and I loved it. And now that the manga is re-released and making more content to come out there, we're already ready for another season. I think this is one where we'd have to give it some time, wait a little bit. I'd probably have to wait even longer, because this is one of those shows where I would only watch dubbed. It's a great dub. And they ever decide to make a 3rd season, 4th, hell, I'd watch it for as long as they make it. I love Black Lagoon, so please come out with another season of Black Lagoon. Number 3. As many of you know from my Sekirei review, I would love another season of Sekirei. I still want another season of Sekirei. The manga has gone on substantially longer, and I would just love to see more of Sekirei. I mean, hell, they've already done phase 2, and I heard there's like 4 phases. In the anime, they only finished on phase 2, but there's still 3 and phase 4 to go. And I want to know what those phases are. I don't want to read the manga. I want to see the anime. So please make another season. Heck, end the series if you have to. I would love to see Sekirei and actually just look forward to it for once. So please, 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 please. Number 2. This is one of those animes that I was so pissed when it ended. It literally had every unanswered question you could think of happen. It started, you got great characters, all this action going on, all this story, all this plot, and everything's getting thrown at you. And before they even get to where they are going, it ends. I mean, are you fucking kidding me? I was so pissed. And the manga itself I think it ended a couple of years ago. So you got your content there. If you have to reboot this series like Full Metal Alchemist did and do it over, I don't care. If you have to, if you want to continue from where you left off, I don't care. I would watch this show. And I've heard from people who, actually read the manga. They said it kind of got stupid towards the end. But you know what? I don't care. I want to experience the stupidity. Like if it really got stupid towards the end, I want to see it and judge it for myself. I loved that show and was so disappointed when it ended. And just please bring it back. I would love to see it brought back. And time for number one, High School of the Dead. I don't think I'm alone when I say this, but please, we need a season 2 of High School of the Dead. The manga itself has been on hiatus. There's a lot of things that have been on hiatus with this show, but I mean, oh, it was a great mixture of zombie killing with blood action and hot babes. And it's like, you can't leave me in suspense like that. I hate it. And it just ended uh, making you want more. And High School of the Dead definitely needs a second season. And fuck, I don't care what they have to do because I guess the manga is on hiatus too. If they have to make shit up and just keep it going, I don't care. I would prefer that over having to wait for somebody to start doing something again. Because I mean, you can't just make something that literally a lot of people have gotten popular, or excuse me, where a lot of people have loved over the years, and it's just, I swear it just gets more popular every year, and a lot of people know it. Do you know High School of the Dead? Hell yeah, I know High School of the Dead. And it's just like, it's been 4 years, and I'm so ready. My body's ready, the world is ready, everybody's ready for another season. And those were my choices for what animes need another season. Once again, like I said, if you have any more ideas for what animes need a second season, leave a comment in the section below. Give me a like, give me a subscribe. And as always, thank you very much for stopping by. Everything Animated.